This is TomoNews for Monday, September 25th.
Not as harmless as you thought. Doctors in London are warning against the dangers of Nerf guns after at least 3 people suffered serious injuries from getting hit in the eye. Nerf guns are toys that shoot soft foam projectiles. Official replacement bullets are widely available, but generic ones are cheaper. They're also harder and have more potential to cause injury. Nerf video tutorials abound online, with some giving instructions on how to modify the toy gun to make it shoot faster and farther. Patients who were hit in the eye with Nerf projectiles reportedly complained of blurred vision and pain. Doctors later discovered their eyes were inflamed, and blood was pooling in the anterior chamber. Both the cornea and retina had also developed swelling. Fortunately, after being given eye drops, their sight returned to normal in just a few weeks. Such eye trauma may not always lead to permanent vision loss, but could result in a long-term condition like glaucoma. Experts recommend wearing safety glasses to minimize the danger. Nerf manufacturer Hasbro warns people not to aim the guns at people's eyes or face. It's also pretty basic common sense. Still, nothing wrong with being too careful.
Human Ken doll gets detained in Dubai. Human Ken doll Rodrigo Alves had some trouble with Dubai immigration after his plastic features got called out by the facial recognition software. Body-obsessed Alves has been on a quest for plastic perfection. Over the years, he's blown over $500,000 to get nipped and tucked more than 50 times. With so much surgery in so little time, even his official documents can't keep up. So while jet-setting to Dubai recently, he got detained for looking nothing like his passport photo. He had to wait 3 hours before being let into the country, though apparently that's not the first time it's happened. Doctors have warned the 34-year-old not to get anything else fixed, but it seems Ken might be holding out for one last bang before he retires. Claiming he doesn't want to end up a saggy old man, Alves says he'll pull a Caitlyn Jenner and get a sex change in his 50s. So while his chicken and eggs are the only real part of him left, they need to go because Barbie's coming. Though really the more important concern is, what kind of Barbie will he be?
Trump tried to criticize the NFL and NBA. It backfired. President Trump criticized NFL players who lodged protests during the national anthem and encouraged offended snowflakes to walk out of games. Last Friday, at one of his campaign rallies in Alabama, Shakespeare said this: "Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, 'Get that son of a off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.'" Trump whined that the protests are hurting the game. The commander-in-chief also said referees are ruining the game by calling 15-yard penalties for beautiful tackles. What happened next? The entire athletic world, even douchey NFL owners, joined together in solidarity and gave Trump the collective middle finger. Teams and NFL owners across the league on Sunday gave an unprecedented show of solidarity and support during the pregame anthem. In other hilarious sports news, Trump also decided to uninvite the NBA champion Golden State Warriors to the White House while singling out Stephen Curry for having doubts. Only problem is, it was already public knowledge the Warriors had already decided they weren't going to Washington. Players young and old from all over the sporting world have come out to blast the small hands in chief. So basically, Trump thought he could pander to his angry base and get some laughs. Instead, he just galvanized a movement. Well played, Mr. President. Well played indeed. Far-right takes the bronze at German elections. Germany's Angela Merkel has secured a 4th term as the leader of the country, but that victory has been overshadowed by far-right gains. Angela Merkel's conservative coalition won with 33% of all votes. The Social Democrats took 20%, while the far-right Alternative for Germany party surged to 13%. The result will likely see a governing coalition between conservatives and the 4th-place Free Democrats. The election saw the heavily anti-migrant AfD take 3rd place in the vote. They want to close Europe's borders, install identity checks in Germany, and ban minarets. They believe Germany isn't compatible with Islam. The result also means there are now 6 parties in the Reichstag, Germany's parliament, for the first time in nearly 7 decades.
Researchers use sunlight to change carbon dioxide into ethanol. There's way too much carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but some wicked science coming out of Cali may change all that. Scientists at the Berkeley Lab in California have developed technology that can convert carbon dioxide into ethanol using sunlight. This process is known as artificial photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, plants use light from the sun to create food and oxygen. Low amounts of solar energy were used in a copper-silver nanocoral cathode to produce ethanol. The researchers said their process used around 2.5 volts, half of what it currently takes to turn CO2 into ethanol.
Trump updates travel ban. The Trump administration has unveiled an updated travel ban to make America safe by blocking certain foreign nationals from entering the country. Beginning October 18th, new U.S. travel restrictions will be implemented for visitors from 8 countries, an expansion of the controversial travel ban that took effect in January. The original ban included Iraq, Iran, Syria, Somalia, Yemen, Sudan, and Libya. Iraq and Sudan have been removed, while North Korea, Chad, and Venezuela were added to the list. The new rules vary per country, but will not affect legal permanent residents, nor those who already hold a valid U.S. visa. Restrictions on Venezuela focus on government officials and their families. Despite not being included in the ban, Iraqi citizens will reportedly face enhanced scrutiny when visiting the country. In justifying the ban, officials claim other governments had met U.S. requests for biometric passports or information on terrorists and criminals, but the 8 banned countries failed to do the same. Trump's initial travel ban has been widely criticized for religious discrimination, but despite the addition of non-Muslim nations to the new ban, critics believe it is still essentially a Muslim ban.